All right, this is about how to get over addictions, and I'm going to do my best to put about 5 years of therapy into one video. So you're going to have to concentrate on this because it's a lot, and you might need to watch it over and over again so you understand. I was just on a walk with a friend, and so all of this came up, and I was just like, I want to put this in a video for everybody, you know, because you care about people. I look at addictions like a form of slavery. And so if you knew a way to get people out of slavery, wouldn't you want the whole world to know that? All right. And so now don't beat yourself up, but understand if you're in depression or anxiety, or you keep going to substances, or you just keep going, you're obsessed about something, you know, another person, a toxic relationship, whatever, however it's showing up in your life. Addictions, they say and stuff, so we can understand. Addictions are about a refusal, unconsciously, you're not conscious of this, right? But a refusal to move through your own pain. There's pain underneath the addiction. And guess what? You're worth facing the pain. You can face the pain. You can get over it. You can just be present in it. It sounds so simple. But what happens is a lot of people miss their opportunity for freedom because we're still making excuses. We're still making excuses for what happened in childhood. Now, what happens is, let's just say that our parents, we became the parents in childhood. We tried to take care of our parents because it was chaotic and we had to be put in that role in order to survive. But when we did that, we're doing a job that we're not meant to do. Now, it's a relief to the parents. It's just like if I was going through a problem and my kid brought me a 12-pack of beer, like I might be, yeah, that's going to help. I'm not advocating that at all, right? That's what happens when a child becomes parentified and starts trying to take care of the parent. It's a relief because the parent doesn't feel capable in that moment of whatever's going on in their lives when we're little and we take over and are over responsible. And so that wasn't our role. And when we try to take on some other role that's not ours, we start getting anxious and we can get depressed, or we can think we have to control God, we have to control the world. We're backseat driving God and telling God what to do if you believe in a God. Now, I have people that I love that don't believe in God at all, and I still want you to not be in addictions, obviously. Now, but there's this thing that I learned from C.S. Lewis too. Well, he just said it in a different way. He said, you know, there are plenty of excuses for things, but there's that bit left over, the thing that's not excusable. That's what you have to take up if you call it divine love, if you call it the universe. I'm not going to be particular. I just know for me, like, we come from a creator, and Christ showed us all this stuff by his love and by his actions. But I won't get into it because I want you to be free regardless of whatever your faith practice is. But understand, when we keep saying, well, that was the level of consciousness that our parents were in at the time, that's the best they could do, then we don't take ourselves out of our addictions. We keep going to anxiety because it's the road of least resistance. Okay, so understand, if you're facing a crossroads and there's an uphill and a downhill, normally our flesh would be like, let's just take the downhill, that's the easiest road. No, it's too hard to take the uphill. Well, when our parents were choosing chaos and stuff unconsciously, when they ignored us or neglected us or didn't know how to show us how to be really truly loving to ourselves and know what that is, they're operating from a sense of lack. And as long as you keep operating from a sense of lack of, I only can do a short-term fix for this, I can only give myself scraps. As long as you keep operating from that place, then you'll stay in that same circle as they did. It's just another addiction and another kind of chaos just showing up in a different way. And I don't want you to do that because addictions enslave you. You are a slave to that thing. You're not being your true free self. All right. And so in order to forgive them, actually forgive them, you have to stop making excuses and say, hey, I was worth 100% of love 100% of the time, and it didn't happen. And I forgive you if you believe there's a God. I forgive, not that God did anything wrong, but I forgive you, God, for allowing my parents to be this way. I forgive my parents. God help me. And do this if you don't believe in God. It's still important for you to get this step. You can't just make an excuse. Otherwise, you stay an excuse internally within yourself. I hope that makes sense for you. You have to get to a place where you actually know how to forgive them. Now, I think to err is human, to love is divine. Like, to forgive is divine. This is a divine act, whether you recognize it or not. It's fine. We're still sitting on this grass, even if God made it or not. We don't have to attribute it to God. God still wants you to be able to sit on this grass and enjoy the sunshine. All right. All right. Ask me questions if you have more questions about this. I wanted to get it around 5 minutes. Much love.